So today I am very excited to have you guys, quite a large group of you today, so welcome.
Thank you.
So hair, 86% of people said that it's booming, 40% said there's a boost in turnover. Is this something that you've seen on your day-to-day activities?
Definitely, people are definitely having their hair done more often, being more experimental, having more and more services done and adding to their service each time.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my clients come to me through social media, so through Instagram mainly, Facebook, and through my website, and they do tell me that in my area there's not many that have a social media presence, so it's quite nice to know that I'm there and I'm being seen, and not everyone is, so I get the clients.
Definitely. Personally, I think that the whole industry, hair and social media, kind of grows together. So I guess that if you have a good social media presence, your business is probably gonna
It's the way people are looking nowadays, and lots of people want to do online booking or go online to find somebody and want to inquire there and then. Not many people pick up the phone, or it's not as much word of mouth anymore.
This day and age, people want it instantly. Like if a brand's done something on Instagram, you want to be able to get it now. So it's the same with hair. Like if you see a picture, like if you see a celebrity wearing a wig or a new colour, like you want to do it now. You don't want to wait. And having that social media platform just makes it a lot more accessible.
They'll message you at like 10, 11, 12 o'clock.
Yeah, there's no time for it.
When normal people are sleeping.
So do you get like the WhatsApp messages?
Direct messages.
Goodness.
Well, after 9 o'clock.
Everything's instant these days. So let's talk about hair trends. So we've seen the balayage, we've seen the colours popping through. So why are they popular?
I just think because they are so wearable and that they're unique to everybody. Like when you have a balayage, every person's hair is different, so you're going to get different levels of lift, different looks, different textures, different colours, because everybody's hair texture and colour is completely different. So it's a bit more bespoke. Everybody's got that unique hair colour and texture. But like I said, for one of the trends I believe what's coming massive is lived-in hair, which is more natural. So it's to recreate how hair was when you were a child. So it's creating that sort of sun-kissed natural look. Still moving it on from balayage basically, but making it even more wearable, more personable, because I know some salons now will ask people to bring pictures of when they were a child in to recreate that sort of look, because whatever you were when you were a child, that's its natural state. And that's a massive trend what's coming, especially from LA. All that lived-in hair is just a next step progression on from balayage basically. It's still using balayage technique. It's
wearable for everyone and it lasts a lot longer.
It's low maintenance.
Definitely.
Well, the most important thing, it suits your skin tone.
Exactly.
Natural
Exactly.
tones.
And especially when you're a child, when you're out in sun, it depends on how light it is, and it really does show how light your hair could actually go. So why not recreate that when you were a child now? So it just shows basically even more natural colour.
I think, especially from an Afro-Caribbean perspective, a lot of people are more embracing their natural hair textures, and it's a lot more. There's a lot more things out there, products-wise, that will allow your hair to be a lot more manageable in a natural state. And I think Afro-Caribbean clients, my Afro-Caribbean clients, are sort of like rebelling, sort of thing, and going back to their natural state, because there's a lot more to offer in product-wise.
It's much more acceptable as well on the high street. People have more natural hair and natural tones and natural colours. So I think it's the way everybody's going to go.
In terms of trending, if you want to become bigger on Instagram and social media, do you think you need to stick to one kind of speciality? So you're specialising in hair colour for Sally and Salon Services. So
I think it's important. Everybody can't be good at everything, but in this day and age, you also need to be able to do lots of things. So you can't put too much pressure on yourself to specialise in everything. So I just do key things, and I obviously specialise in colour, but that doesn't mean to say that I won't do other things. But I just think we've also, with the way the industry's going, you can't be good at everything. So share, the next hairdresser on the next street will be better at something than you, or vice versa. So share your clients, pass them on, advise that they go to somebody else. Just sort of point your client in the right direction, and also that's training your clients of what they should have, and not necessarily just doing what you want, what service you want to do on them.
You've got to enjoy it as well. If there's something you particularly enjoy doing and you're good at it, then you should do that. don't just take on a client for the sake of it, because if you're not enjoying it, you're not putting everything into it. It's not really fair on the client.
It's like it's like with your Afro-Caribbean clients, like, I know that I would never be confident in it, so why not have somebody who's actually Afro-Caribbean to actually do Afro-Caribbean hair? So and I mean I'm fascinated by ethnic hair. I think it's amazing. So like to do that sort of thing, I just think there's so much we don't even know, like, to learn from.
That's it, definitely. And I think you know, there's definitely a window for people to learn a bit more about that. Definitely, because I was once told that I would never make it in the hair industry because I want to do Afro hair because there wasn't a demand for it. But where people were introducing the weaves and the extensions and stuff, that sort of like stemmed from black hair, because you know, that's what we do.
And it's become huge now, especially with wigs and everything like that, full frontals and everything like that. People love them.
Yeah, it's versatility as well with it. So I think it's underestimated. And hopefully you'll be able to change that.
I can't believe someone said that to you. Now look at you now, you're on my sofa.
He's actually been El Sassoon trained as well, and he was black. And he said to me I wouldn't make it in the industry, but
you've proved him wrong.
It is, yes.
So this kind of leads on to customer loyalty. So the report suggests that people look through the relationship with their hairdresser as number one, number two, how it looks, and number three, money, which for me is great because not a lot of people are going through the vouchers, the deals that are out there at the moment. So
it's great for us as well.
Yeah, it's great for you as well. So do you think that maybe doing vouchers and giveaways can be off-putting in the industry?
I would say so. I always say, if I truly believe if you see salons or if you see people doing offers, which is great, and if that works for them, that's fine. But I always think it automatically shows me that they're probably not getting clientele in, or that it sort of lessens them as a brand. Like if I'm going to do something quite cheaper, why? If I'd want to know why would I be doing that if I were looking at other salons. So always keep your integrity. I just think that's probably the best thing you can do.
And with such a loyal clientele, you've got to be careful if you do an introductory offer for new clients. You're not letting respect it. And you know, the main forefront of our business is looking after. Is looking after our clientele.
Do you think Brexit's going to have an impact when we eventually leave the EU?
Hairdressing as a whole, it's always been classed as a recession-proof industry, and I don't think we'd be affected that much. I think, from a money perspective, I don't think so. But I think if there's certain products that you have to get in from overseas, then depending on what the EU want to do with that side of things, we might be affected in that aspect. But I think, as a whole, I don't think we will be affected by it because it's, you know, everybody needs their haircut.
So what's your passion? What do you find passionate about the hair industry? So I'll start with Dom.
Yeah, mine is natural colour. I love creating natural colour for me.
Look at this hair. Isn't it gorgeous? I want your hair, by the way.
Natural colour. I just think it really reflects each individual personalities on everybody, and it's one of the hardest things to do. It's easy enough to just literally do a crazy colour or a rainbow colour because you remove all pigments and whatnot, but when you're really creating that natural colour, I just don't think it can be ever compared to anything else. Like, it really just truly shows people's natural beauty.
Definitely. What do you about you, Zara?
Mine's the final creation. So from your start to finish, what can you do with someone? How can you change them? How can you change the way they feel about themselves and you feel? You really can transform someone.
So what about you, Nikita?
I think mine is education. Constantly keeping on top of it, constantly learning, constantly striving to find the new techniques and keeping yourself aware and just always learning.
How do you keep up to date with your education?
Mostly through social media because there's hairdressers all over the world posting on there. You can watch videos, you can chat with people, you can just, a lot of the time people will post their formulas, so it's quite nice to see someone's post to say, this is what I did, this is where I started, this is how it finished, this is how long it took, this is the formula that I used and the brand that I used. So then you can take that away if you get a client that wants something similar, and you can kind of recreate it with like your own little twist.
Absolutely. So what's your passion?
Mine is Afro hair.
Hey, cool.
I think it's a bit obvious. I think mainly because it's underestimated. I've not come across a lot of people that feel the same way I do about Afro hair. There's a lot of versatility in it, and you can do so much with it that people don't realise. Not necessarily the basics like cutting, relaxing. You can extend it, you can change the colour, the formation, everything. And that's what I'm passionate about. I love it. I love that I can create something from nothing to an extent.